And now some news from northern Queensland. Pop-up ads had been blamed for contributing to excessive social media use in the offices of the Northern Australian Infrastructure Facility. Facebook and eBay are among the most frequently visited websites in the Cairns office of the Northern Australian Infrastructure Facility. And here's the hype that was used to sell this overblown infrastructure facility, which seems to only be creating jobs for public servants who are web surfing, which is not exactly a great use of public money. Anyway, here's what they said in their sales document. The right infrastructure is a fundamental driver of economic change. It can stimulate productivity and economic growth, encourage investment, increase accessibility to markets, especially for remote areas, and help attract and retain workers. Northern Australia makes an important contribution to Australia. With 5.5% of the country's population, Northern Australia accounts for 11.7% of Australia's GDP. Wouldn't it have been nice if this overblown facility actually had provided funds to build a few dams up north before we had such torrential rains over the last few months? But of course now it's just washed out to the sea. The NAIF, established by former Treasurer Joe Hockey in 2015 to help boost development in northern parts of Queensland, WA and Northern Territory, has only made one loan recommendation, a $16.8 million loan for the $125 million Onslow Marine Support Base in WA. NAIF Chief Executive Laurie Walker told a parliamentary committee hearing in February that the independent body was on track to meet its projected target of allocating money to 3 to 5 projects worth up to $2 billion by June 30th this year. There are 17 projects in the due diligence and executive phases as part of 90 projects in the NAIF pipeline. These cover projects in energy generation, gas pipelines, transport, tourism, agriculture, manufacturing, water infrastructure and communications. GenX's $1 billion Kidston Renewable Energy Hub, which will include pumped hydro, solar and wind projects, has applied for NAIF funding. The Turnbull government will overhaul the $5 billion Northern Australia infrastructure facility after an independent review found its investment mandate was too restrictive and was holding back financial support for big projects in Queensland, Western Australia and Northern Territory. Amid growing frustration about the slow pace of NAIF investments, it has only made one investment since it was created 2 years ago. Federal Resources and Northern Australia Minister Matt Canavan will on Thursday announce changes to NAIF's investment mandate to open up more opportunities and create more jobs in Northern Australia. This will include leaving the door open for the Commonwealth to take direct equity stakes in projects as part of the NAIF project, which was previously only meant to be for concessional loans. Now we'd also discover that board members are earning more than $500,000 a year, despite the Northern Australian Infrastructure Facility still not issuing a cent. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.